Hola, buenas noches. Mañana los veo temprano a las 8:45. So I'm going to do a little review, right? So you have a better handle. It's what we've been doing in our sessions for homework partly. Pero this is going to be the format of your quiz. Remember, we've talked about the same. I know it sounds a lot when I say 17 verbs, but we've been working at them for about 2.5, 3 weeks. So actually a little bit longer, 3 weeks. So I'm going to give you 3 examples. All right, so first things first, just a reminder, I'm not going to write them all down, but you need to know your question words. ¿Qué, cómo, cuándo, cuántas? Súper importante, amigos. All right? And then you need to know that list of stem changing verbs. Okay, so let's do one example. I do want to remind you that all the questions on the quiz, right? All of the questions on the quiz, as you know, I've been telling you, are going to be in the to form, okay? Now, that should really help you because if a question's in the to, right? As in, entiendes a tu amiga, right? Duermes mucho, they all are going to have to be answered in the yo. This is a formula, so you need to apply that formula. So I'm going to do 3 questions tonight. All right, so the first one's going to be, oops, we don't know how to do a question mark here. So the first one's going to be, ¿tú entiendes el español? Okay, so here we are. ¿Entiendes el español? And you understand some, and so it's probably easier for you to answer in the affirmative. Now remember, there are questions, the easiest questions are the yes-no questions. So if I just say, what does this mean in English, all of you? ¿Entiendes el español? Hopefully you know that I'm just saying, do you understand Spanish? So, entiendes is one of our stem changing verbs, all right? And we know that that verb goes from E to IE. And all of you know the boot. We've been talking about that boot for a while. So you're going to be in the boot because you're in the yo form. So let's just answer this. So we need a nice C with an accent because that means yes. And it helps to write the subject pronoun. And then we need to make sure that this is the question in the tu. And this is the answer in the yo. So we're in the boot. So here we are. We need to make sure that it's stem change. A reminder, the ending's not different. If you know your ER verb endings, which you all do, right, it's just going to take the same endings. So all the yo's take an O. So that should be a good clue right there. So si yo entiendo, and then you just keep writing, all right? El español. And as you watch this video, the more you repeat after me, I tell you, people can think you're crazy in your house, but you can, the more you say it, the more you're going to remember it. Se te pega en la cabeza, that means it gets glued up here in the brain. Okay, so let's do 2 more examples. All right, so the next question is, and we've kind of done it a few times, right? So the next question is, ¿cuándo? So that's going to be a problem if you don't know what cuando means, but I know that you've been working hard during the year, so hopefully you know this means when. Okay, and we're going to ask cuando, and it's one of the twin verbs, empiezas or comienzas, which hopefully you know that means to start. ¿Cuándo empiezas la tarea? All right, so here we are. So again, this is not a yes or no question, because if I say, when do you start your homework, you would think I'm really strange if in English I said, yes, I start my homework, because that doesn't make any sense. So you have to make a decision, but I always tell you, you want to come up with a safe answer. Okay, so we know that the question again is in the tu form, right? Because this, I don't need to write it in Spanish. This is cuando tú empiezas. They don't use that because we already know that this is in the to form. Okay, so let's come down here and answer it. So yo. All right, so we've talked about that situation when you have 3 syllables. We reviewed what a syllable is because the computers nicely handle that for you in 2020. So you know it can't happen over here, the stem change, because that's where you have the conjugation endings. When you have 3 of these syllables, right, the stem change is happening in the middle. Because let me see, let me write down the infinitive. Empezar or comenzar. So here, that's where the stem change is going to happen. It can't happen here in the front if you have 3 of them. All right, so back to here. So now we are in the boot. So we need to write, right? And remember Spanish, I keep saying, is written the way you speak. I don't say yo empiezo. What do I need to say, all of us? Yo empiezo. Now I know all of you know how to say at, like when you're giving it time. All right, so you just say something simple. It can be anything, whatever you remember, but you can just give me a number here. So you can just say a las, let's make it a las 5. If you want to say de la tarde, that's beautiful, that's really nice, but this is enough of an answer for me for you to do the job. So again, ¿cuándo empiezas la tarea? When do you start your homework? This is a nice complete answer. By the way, this is optional, but I recommend at your level that you put it in there. You can just say empiezo a las 5. So let's just do one more, and hopefully this will just further help you. All right, so we all know the expression at what time. As I'm speaking to you, I'm hoping that you know the expression, and I know we've gone over it. So we have this a qué hora, okay? At what time? That's very similar to when, all right? By the way, this one, well, we're just gonna stick with time because that's an easier answer. So a qué hora vuelves. Now I can make this a lot longer, this question, but I want something very, when I say simple, I don't mean simple, I mean something for your level, okay? So we're really still at very much the beginning. One more time, just to reiterate, the question is, ¿a qué hora vuelves? This is in the to form, so we're going to have to answer it in the yo. All right, amigos? So, this answer happens to be similar to the last one. So we just decide. First thing we need to do is to make sure that we're answering in the yo form. And we need the yo form of what verb? We're dealing with the infinitive volver. So again, the O's, right, only can go to a UE. So you're going to stem change again. Where are you stem changing? You are stem changing in that boot. Okay, so there you go. You have the O that turns into a UE, and the rest is all the same. All right, so yo vuelvo. Whoops, I just made a mistake. Here we go, my God. All right, so yo vuelvo. And again, you can just give me any time. That works. A las, let's say 2 o'clock. Okay, so you just put a las 2, and that functions. So this is just so that you have a review, un repaso de cómo responder, how to answer, right, to the format of the questions that are going to be on your quiz. We are also going to have culture, but this is just my focus. All right, chiquitos, so I hope by the time you see this, you slept well. I hope this helps. And of course, any questions, email me, ask me for a Google Meet. Estoy a la orden, as they say in Spanish.